I am in my Visual Studio Code, and we will be talking about iterations or looping again, right? So, students, in Python, essentially, we have got two ways to perform iteration or looping, while and for. Okay, so before I actually say something about while and for, right, since you guys already know about it, right, can you guys tell me what is while? Let us get started with while.
As long as a certain condition is true, the loop will keep looping.
Correct. Absolutely. As long as a particular condition is true, the code block or the loop block goes on executing, right? So once the condition becomes false, right, you are out of that particular while block. Am I right? Fine.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about for, guys? There is, if you have some kind of idea with other programming languages wherein you would have encountered the traditional for syntax, right, which makes use of three parts, right, within parentheses. There is no such kind of syntax in Python. There is a for loop. Essentially, you can think of the for loop in Python as the kind of for each loop in Java if you already know about it. But if you already do not know the for each syntax in Java, forget about it. But again, since we have used the for syntax or the for loop syntax already in Python, can you tell me what is for loop? Guys, anybody?
So for loop has three parts: the initializing part, the limit part, and the increment part.
That is your traditional. That is your traditional for loop available in other languages. But in Python, how do you go about?
Sir, it will like run a particular code till a particular range.
Yeah.
Know how many times you have to iterate, we can use for loop.
Come again.
If you know how many times you have to perform a task, for example, I want to perform that task 6 times, then we can use for loop. It's used for that.
Okay, you can do that in while loop also. So that is also possible, right?
Yes, sir. But
Okay.
using this, we can't do in while, right?
Using list also you can do in while. That is no problem, right? So coming to the definition of for, as somebody else stated, you do certain things for the number of items available that gets returned from the range function. Somebody said range, right? Any other definition? That particular definition was quite close to the point. Can you be much more specific with respect to the definition of for? See guys, in Python, generally when you make use of the for loop, right? So for loop in Python, right, iterates over all the items within the container, right? So for loop operates on sequences. That is what I have mentioned here in line number 4. For loop operates on sequences, right? And as long as items are available in a particular sequence, right, it executes the for block, right, till there are no items, right? So the sequence or the container could be a list, it could be a tuple, it could be a string, right? It could be the values that you get or the values that gets returned from the range function, right? There is a typo here. It could be a dictionary, right? And one more is missing, right? What is that?
Sets.
It could be a set as well. Okay, so we'll see an example, right? We'll see the same example that you guys have done in your or for your lab program. Okay, so before we see an example, a couple of more additional controls related to while and for loop that you guys need to remember, right, is break and continue, which we have already seen in one of our previous discussions. So you guys tell me what is break?
Exit the loop, sir, at that point.
Yeah, break statement exits the loop. Okay, now can I ask you another question? Say for example, you have a nested loop, right? So if you have an inner loop and you have an outer loop, right? And if you have a break within the inner loop, right, which loop is exited?
Inner loop.
Inner loop is executed.
Inner loop,
loop,
sir.
sir.
Inner loop, correct. So please keep that as well as in mind, right? So if you have got nested loops, the innermost loop gets exited. Okay. Now, what is continue, students?
It is to run the loop the next time, like the next iteration of the loop.
Correct. So continue, essentially think of continue like a shortcut, right? So continue means you go to the beginning of the loop. So that is continue. And after continue, if you have got any particular statements, that particular statements or those statements or instructions will not be executed. So that is continue, right? And there is one more thing that probably we have not discussed in the previous session, which is else. Now, don't get confused with the if else kind of thing. You can also make use of the else in while or for loop. That is also possible. Now, did anybody make use of else in any of your programs in while and for? Or do you know what is else with respect to using else within the while loop or the for loop? Any idea? Your voice is breaking.
So maybe like execute a particular for loop or execute an another if the first condition falls, something like this.
If the while condition gets false, the else block will be executed.
Come again. If the while condition.
If the while loop gets terminated, the condition gets failed, the else block will be executed.
Okay. So can you put it this way, like this else part will only get executed whether in a while or a for, or whether the while loop or whenever the while loop, I can say, or the for loop gets terminated in a very normal manner. So if it is a normal exit of the while or for, right, else is going to be executed. Otherwise, else is not going to be executed. Can I put it that way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, I said you can make use of else, right, within your while loop or for loop whenever the code block within your while loop or the for loop exits normally, right, the else block will be executed. If your code block within your while loop or your for loop does not exit normally, right, else is not going to be executed.
Sir, can you give a small example?
So if I break the loop, the else part won't be executed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you break the loop, it is abnormal exit from the loop, right?
So small doubt, sir.
Yes.
Like this while loop acts as if condition, sir, because when while is not, it's if it is false, then it comes to else part.
Correct. So for your while, you specify a conditional expression. You're right.
So here, when we use while and else, then while loop acts as if condition.
While loop acts as, like, for the while loop, you specify the conditional expression. So till that particular condition is true, all the statements are going to be executed.
Okay. If it is false, then it comes to the else code block.
If it is false, right, it comes to the else code block. So that is normal termination of your while loop. Okay.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Now within your while loop, if you have any particular statement that exits from the loop abnormally, say for example, as somebody else stated, if you have a break somewhere in between.
Yes, sir.
So then that is abnormal termination from the while loop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In that case, your else block, if you have it, it is not going to be executed.
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The same applies true for loop also. For loop also, you can have the same else block.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now maybe let us see an example of all these things in action so that you get a better idea, since we are introducing the else block here. Okay, so let me go to my template. I have got this test.py. So let us do that program, guys. What was the program in your lab exercise? One of your programs, I guess, was to guess your favorite color, right? Shall we do that with while and for and try to understand this break, continue, and else as well?
Okay.
Okay, maybe let us guess our favorite color, right? So let us make use of a while loop to guess my favorite color. Say, for example, my favorite color. I say my favorite color or favorite color, right? Mine is green. All right, and then let me have a condition. Okay, maybe let me have a empty string, right? Initialized to the say guess color, and I can say something like while if it is not equal to my favorite color. So if the guess color is not equal to my favorite color, right? What can I do?
Need to
I
change
can,
in line number 3 also, sir. COLOR.
oh yeah, thank you. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if my guess color is not equal to my favorite color, let me ask from the user, right, to try again, right? All right, and let me put this. Guess color.
Sir, is
Right?
it allowed to use the condition in parenthesis for while?
It is always a good idea. Even if you have a complex, even if you have a simple expression or a complex conditional expression, it is always considered to be a good practice to put it within a parenthesis.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, if I run this program, it says what is my favorite color? Say red, blue, right? So the loop is getting executed again and again, right? And if I do a green, it comes out. Okay. So this is while, right? So let us make use of the same program to understand our break, continue, and else part also, right? Say, for example, let us modify this particular program so that, say, we give maximum of 4 tries for the color. Okay, so how can we do that? So the maximum allowed limit is 4. So how can we do that? Say, let us have a variable called as tries allowed and set it to 4. So within the condition, what can we say?
Trial is less than 4.
Yeah, say maybe let me have this as a f string, right? And keep track of my price, right? And maybe let me initialize price to 0. What can I do in line number 7 so that I get the tries as well? Can I do this?
Sir. Sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay. F string of tries plus. Okay, so that one. You change.
Yeah, so our limit is, will come to this part, right? Our limit is 4. Now let us see if we are getting our tries count. Okay.
Sir, tries type.
Try
Tries
spelling wrong, sir. Sir, line number 7.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So it's fine. So now tries allowed is equal to 4. So what can we do? We can have a condition, right? What will be our condition, guys? If our tries is greater than tries allowed. Am I right? So
Yes,
if
sir.
price is greater than tries allowed, then what?
Sir, it should be less than, no?
No, if it is greater than tries, if it is greater than 4, right? Break, you are lost, right? So maybe we can have a statement as well. So let us have a statement and break. So let us say print, say you lost, right? And for simplicity here, as I've already said, although it's not a good practice, if you want to have more than one line in a particular statement, how can you do that?
Semicolon.
Yeah. So let me do a semicolon and then let me do a break. Let us see if this works, right? So all right. Clear, guys? Now, let us see the continuous part as well. Say, for example, if I say, if say not tries allowed, if I say tries, if tries is equal to 2, if I say continue, right? How will this program behave? I have both break and continue.
You'll be given 3 chances, I think, sir.
Correct. So your second count is not going to be printed, right? 2 is not
Yes,
going to
sir.
be printed. All right. So let us do that. So 1, 2, see 2 is not printed, right? So it is 3, right? It comes out.
Sir, does it skip the second try?
Yeah. So when this condition is true, so when tries becomes true, it comes to this loop. So it comes to line number 6. So line number 10 is not executed.
Okay, sir. So it skips that second condition and goes to the 6th line again.
Yeah. So if the condition is met and if you have a continue, everything after continue is going to be skipped.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Now let us also see. Yes.
Sir, should print you lost here also, no, sir? Like, can you run through the execution once more?
No, you lost will be printed if I never entered a green within 4 times.
Okay, fine. Oh, last time you entered it, sir. I didn't notice it correctly.
Yeah, my last entry was green, so it came out.
Okay, fine.
So far, so good, guys, all of you. Okay, now let us have the else part also. If I do a else here, guys, notice, right? So, okay, so else part, if, what is the definition of the else part, guys? What did I say? This block gets executed when this particular loop terminates normally, right? So when the loop terminates normally, right, let us say print u1. All right, and let us do a normal termination by say commenting out line number 8. So in this particular case, it is going to be a normal termination, right? Now let us run this program. All right. Now let me come here and maybe let me comment this, uncomment this, right? I have a break. Okay, so if I run this, if I say red, green, it says U1, right? Now if I say red, blue, something else, right? It says you lost. It never comes to this part.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you just comment out the line 8, sir, and the fourth part you wrote green, you typed green, so it printed out U1.
Okay.
Now in the fourth try also, if you're not typing green, what will happen, sir?
Okay, with this case, commenting out break and continue both.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the
Comment-
fourth,
Okay, let us run it again. So you want to have a similar thing, right? You don't want to have a break and continue.
yes, sir.
And you want to proceed normally with all the conditions correct. So you want to enter green or something else?
Something else, sir. Okay, it's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Now
So,
if we enter
yeah,
green,
now what? Yes, correct. Now what is this case? This happens again and again. So this is what? This is an example for
infinite loop.
infinite loop. So you can do a control C and skip, right?
This is not an infinite loop. How, sir? If we give the correct input, it will terminate.
Correct. If you don't give the correct input, you don't have any particular condition, right?
Yes, sir. But infinite loop means it should keep on going.
Yeah, it is keep on going only. But it's keep on going, but your condition is with an input. So it waits from you. It keeps on.
sir,
If I have the capacity to terminate it, then how will it be infinite, sir?
So, but it won't crash, right, sir, here?
No, yeah, here it's not going to crash.
In case of infinite loop, mostly it crashes, right?
Mostly, yes.
Because what I thought was the output is not in my control only, it becomes an infinite loop. So I thought like that. Is that a wrong understanding? Or
No, it's not that way. You just need to ensure that within your particular loop, you have some kind of condition so that you resolve the loop and you come out. If you don't have any kind of condition, then you enter into an infinite loop.
oh,
Yes.
okay, sir.
So now if I just have a break, this you lost. This is never executed. Clear, guys? Shall we proceed? Any other doubts on this while loop example?
Sir, how to print all elements in a list using while loop?
How to print?
All elements in a list using while loop.
Okay, let us do that. So how do we do that? Yeah. Please tell me. Let us get started. Let us print all the elements in a list using while loop. How do we do it? So let us have a list.
We can use the index, sir.
Okay, then what? Yes, you can use the index. Now tell me the logic.
Index equal to 0. Index equal to 0.
Okay. What?
While I is
While
less than 3.
I less than
3.
len of x, I think.
okay, makes sense. Okay.
Print of x of I.
Will this be okay?
So print parenthesis.
Yeah. It's an infinite loop. We need to
X
have
of
a
X.
yeah. Is this okay, guys? Do we need to
Sir,
have any other condition?
sir, increment I.
We need to increment I.
Yes, sir.
In Python, is it possible to do like this?
No, I think no, sir.
Yeah. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us see using a for loop, right? How we can print the items within a particular sequence, and also see how we can make use of a say break, continue, and else. There also we can make use of. Okay, so let us have an example. So let us say we want to make use of for loop to print all the days in a week, right? So let us do that. So days is equal to either you can have a list or a tuple. So let me have a tuple because we are not going to change it, right? Say Monday, Tuesday.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, which is best practice, sir? List or tuple?
If you think that your items will be changed over the period of time, list.
Can use. Okay.
Okay, so let's get started. So what is the syntax for I in? I can say days.
I in days. We can say print I.
All right. So this is for loop. Okay. Now say for example for a change, right? We can make use of other sequences also. You can try them out, right? But before that, let me just also show you through sequence. So if I want to print, sorry, not sequence, range. If I want to print all the days using the range function, right? What can I do, or how can we do that?
Again, we can use index, sir.
Yeah. So range by default it starts from 0, right?
Len of days.
Yeah. So maybe we can say start from 1 till 8. Okay. And then what can we do here? Print. guys?
Days
Yeah.
of I guess.
Is it I or I guess I minus 1? Because it is the 0th one, right? And you're starting from 1.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Yeah.
right. I minus 1.
Sir, instead of writing 1 to 8, can we write 7 in the range?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Then we can write I itself, no, sir, in the print statement.
Yeah. You can do this way also. So it is from 0 to 6, right? Then you can have I.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me go back to having the old format base. All right, now here also I can have a continue and break if I want. So if I say, let me put it here so that I have at least one sentence or statement. So if I have, say, if I say if I equal to Wednesday, and if I say continue, what do you think will be the answer?
Wednesday will be skipped.
It will skip.
Yeah, so what will be printed?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct. Okay. Now say for example, if I have I is equal to Wednesday and if I do a break and if I comment this, what do you think will happen? What is the answer?
Monday, Tuesday, sir.
Monday, Tuesday. Right? Now if I have both, what is the answer?
Monday,
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday.
Monday,
sir.
Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, right?
Oh dear.
You said Monday, Tuesday, but we are getting Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is it okay?
Yes.
Sir, continue means it skips Wednesday, then break, it stops at Wednesday. So it should come only Monday, Tuesday, no, sir.
Once it continues, its Wednesday value will not be there. No.
Okay, okay.
And
Okay.
Wednesday it continues, then it becomes Thursday. Prints
Yeah.
everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, I got them. Yes.
Okay, now say for example, if I
Sir,
have
one
this-
doubt, sir.
Yes.
What if the first line, which is the fourth line, instead of continue, that's a break, and in the fifth line, that's a continue.
Okay. What do you think?
Monday, Tuesday.
Now it should be Monday, Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so here also guys, say for example, let me comment this. So just like while in your for loop also you can have your else part, right? And else part, it's okay, right? If the loop terminates normally, otherwise the else part is never going to be executed, right? So there is an abnormal execution here, and I have a else block, and in my else block, let me print something. Okay, say that or okay, what do you think will be the answer here? Whether this else print will be executed or not?
No, sir.
Only Monday, Tuesday.
All right. Okay. Now, say for example, if I do this, right, whether this line number 8 will be executed or not?
Yes.
It will be executed.
No.
It will be executed, right? So it's a normal termination from your for loop. Although Wednesday is not getting printed, but again, this is going to be printed because it's a normal termination in the for loop.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, when we use break, sir,
Hmm.
it stops there and comes off like the for loop is terminated, then the else part should be printed now, sir. But it's not printing.
It's printing here. There are 7 days in a week.
No, sir. Here it's continue, sir.
Okay.
If it is break.
If it is break, that's what I'm saying. If it is break, it's an abnormal termination from the loop. It's not a normal termination.
Okay. When it is a normal termination, the else part will be printed.
Correct.
Sir.
Yes.
In continue, the part is not printed.
Yeah.
So yeah. The Wednesday part is not printed and continues with Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Absolutely.
Okay. Then it terminates the for loop and then okay, sir. Got it.
Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, except Wednesday, everything is printed. It comes out of the for loop. It's a normal termination. So the else block is also printed.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay. Now, see, guys. Now this could be anything. Okay. Now, as we have already discussed, now you tell me if I have a list or a tuple or a dictionary. Say, for example, let me have a dictionary. Right, we'll talk more about lists, tuples, and dictionaries later, right? But here, just for the sake of completeness, say if I have student S1, I have a marks, say 67. Say S2, let me have just 2 students for now, 89. Okay. Now, can I do this for I in score? Now, this dictionary is also a sequence, right? So, any sequence, it is okay for making use of a for loop. So, if I say for I in score, right, what do you think will be the answer if I just print I?
The keys of the dictionary.
The keys of the dictionary, right? If you also want the values,
So for I, M.
I in score dot items.
yeah, you can make use of items. And I can say for I comma say K and print I comma K. All right, now say for example, let us have a tuple. What is the answer?
$10, $20, $30.
10, 20, 30. Okay. Now,
Sir, in the dictionary, where should we write the dot items, sir?
Dot items is after the dictionary variable name.
So in the looping condition itself, so that will display all the keys and values, sir.
Values, correct.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, in this particular case, it is a tuple now, right? Now, this displays 10, 20, 30. Now, if I also want the index value to be displayed, what can I do?
So can we use enumerate?
Absolutely, good. So you can make use of enumerate. Enumerate is a global function. Okay, similarly, even if you have a list, that is also okay.
So for I, K. Should there be 2 variables?
Yeah, you can have 2 variables. Otherwise, you'll get the single tuple.
Okay.
This way, you will not get that parenthesis.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think that's all about looping or iteration, right? We have covered all the aspects, right? So we have while, for is for all the sequences or containers, whatever be the sequence, right? And you have break to break out from the loop, and if you have nested loop, it breaks out from the innermost loop, and you continue means it continues the or it continues from the loop, right? Skipping the other statements, right? Think of continue as a kind of shortcut, right? And then you have else, which gets executed, right? Only or if and only when your while and for loop breaks normally, or while and for loop comes out in a very normal condition, or breaks rather than making use of the word break, comes out of the loop normally. If it comes out of the loop abnormally, right, not in a normal condition, say for example if you use a break, right, in that particular case else block is not going to be executed. Clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so guys, we'll stop here. We are done with unit 3. In the next session we'll start with unit 4. I guess unit 4 is lists and tuples. Okay.